partnering with Emerge Men's Ministry. But I know it's going to be probably 100 times worse than the 50 mile. Everything helps and everything goes a long way to these kids. You're in a totally different world. As soon as that race starts, you're always calculating, thinking, okay, I've got to be at this checkpoint by this time, and what happens if I'm behind or if I'm ahead? How do I adjust? And what if I'm not eating enough or not, getting enough electrolytes or salt, or all those things are going through your mind constantly. I wasn't doing much at all the week before. I was mainly resting up a lot and hydrating myself, making sure I was just prepared mentally for the race. To be honest, the night before, it wasn't so bad. It was probably the morning of the race, which was probably, it didn't really hit me until probably about an hour before the race, when I was saying, wow, it's here. The music I was listening to was mainly Hillsong United most of the time. Kind of praying a little bit too, and I was in a bit of a different world, I guess, but it was pretty surreal. The last 5 miles before the 52 mile mark was all down, like a really steep downhill, and I was running pretty hard trying to make it down there before dark, and I think I pushed myself a little bit hard down there, and that took it out of me quite a bit as well. They were asking me questions, and I was kind of in a different world and wasn't very responsive, and I had a bit of fluid retention. I actually put on weight between the last medical checkpoint and that one, which is not a good sign. I had constant nosebleeds from about the 40 mile mark onwards. Couldn't stomach anything, felt severe nausea, and so I was in a pretty bad way, and I was at that checkpoint for probably about 10-15 minutes, just trying to get myself together, and eventually the race officials just said to me that they weren't going to let me keep going just from the signs that I was showing, and I tried to ignore what they said, and in my head I was still like, yeah, I'm going, I'm still going to go, but they wouldn't let me. And I'd be pretty silly to say that I wouldn't give it another go, because that's just who I am. I'm not satisfied with not reaching the goal that I want to reach and not fulfilling what I set out to fulfill. All I have to say is, just I appreciate everyone's support, and thanking everyone for all their donations. Even though I didn't complete the full 100 miles, we're still about changing people's lives in Mexico, and that's the main thing. And I'm going to try it again and complete the 100 miles still, so that's still the goal, to complete 100 miles, and that's what I've set out to do, and that's what I'm going to do. So even though I didn't do it in the first one, there will be a second one, but I really appreciate everyone's support. Yeah.